Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we are going to take a look at an equipment rundown done by Pau in early 2020. She's got a 9-minute video here, hosted by the Warning Army's YouTube channel, where presumably she goes through everything that the Warning uses on stage that she has something to do with anyway. We're also going to do Ale's equipment rundown and Danny's equipment rundown. We're going to do those as well in the future. But we're starting with Pau. We did take a look at gear videos done by all three sisters that dropped approximately November of 2023. So these are a good 3.5 years prior to that. Probably different stuff that they're using. Well, the last time was pretty interesting just to see what they worked with on a regular basis. And yeah. Let's take a look at this.
Hey guys, so today I'm also going to be doing a rundown of the things I use, and it's going to be a really cool activity, as you saw with Danny yesterday, but now it's going to be with me. Woo! So you guys may or may not know this, but apart from drumming, I have a very big responsibility for our live shows, which is everything like from the tech side. So I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes of what usually goes on when we're playing live. I run the show in Ableton Live 10. This is the session that I have going on for our shows right now. These are the tracks, as you can see. I launch everything with a MIDI click track, which is right there. And here are the tempo changes in some of the songs. And basically, I launch everything through these MIDI pedals, which are the Roland KT10 pedals. This is my start pedal, and this is my stop pedal. I run everything through the trigger module, TM2.
Roland KT10.
Oh yeah, $318.
Or $125, depending on where you buy it.
That's got to be pretty sophisticated.
Yeah, so all-in-one kick trigger pedal with low noise operation. That's always good. Small footprint, low profile body. There you go, mix in and output. I would have thought there would be some type of a MIDI cable, but apparently you don't need that. So
Roland. And it's been a really big process, like building all of this session, because at first I just ran the click and the stems, but now I run the visuals that are usually behind me on a screen, and Danny's pedal board, which is really cool. When we implemented that, look, it's here. So I have all of the notes from the pedal board. This is time code, because sometimes we launch the visuals by MIDI, sometimes it's by time code. So it's been a really big, learning process, but it's been a really cool, thankfully, since we switched to Ableton Live 10, everything has been running smoothly, and it's been such a weight off my shoulders to use this program. It's been so great, and I can enjoy the shows even more now.
All right, hold on. Now we're going to look up Ableton 10.
Pau's quite a techie.
Well, yeah, she had to become one, huh?
I guess so.
It's a digital audio workstation. It's designed to be an instrument for live performances as well as a tool for composing, recording, arranging, mixing, and mastering. Perhaps it's got that particular advantage over other software, because I know you could use some of the other software for those purposes. You know, if you wanted to, you could use Logic Pro or whatever. But this one, it seems, is purposely guided in that direction. It's designed that way.
And that is a very, summarized version of what I do behind the scenes, because it took me a really long time to get where I am with that program, because at first I used to launch the shows with a pre-recorded click track and a stem track, and I ran it on iTunes. I just launched it like that, play, stop on the computer. But now I have the Ableton, and it's great, and I can add so many more things to the program that I haven't, but it's been really did so much with it, and I can't wait to see what more I will do with it. Cool to figure all of this out. And I've only been using Ableton Live, I don't know, for I started May of last year, so I still haven't even been using the program for a year, but I already... Okay, so now moving on to drumstick.
Okay, wait, just to mention it. Okay, so she said she started using the Ableton in May of 2019. Okay, so that's good for us to know, because presumably before that, yeah, they were still trying to do something similar, but they were using different software. And so maybe they weren't relying on it to the same degree getting the Ableton allowed them to do a lot more than what they were currently doing. So it could be that we can hear a difference between the pre-Ableton and post-Ableton.
I use Big Firth. Yes, I use 5A American Classic Hickory drumsticks, and I have the pink version. One time I was in LA and I just saw them at a store and I was like, these are amazing. I need to have them. You guys know how much I love the color pink. So I have both versions and I have them stocked up in my house because I break them a lot. Look. So, but yeah, these are the two that I use all the time. Okay, so drum skins. I use Remo drum skins. I have been using them literally since I started playing. So like for 12 years. I use the pinstripe clear drum skin for all of my toms. And I use the Remo controlled sound coated drum skin for my snare. And as I said, I've been using this my whole life. And I'm really used to them. I really love them ever since I started playing. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to change them anytime soon. Okay, now this is going to be a lot of fun to explain. This is my drum set. First of all, look at it. Look at how beautiful it is. I have DW drums. This is a collector series. It's maple with a mahogany finish. It's such a beautiful drum set. Okay, this is a 10-inch tom, 12-inch tom, 14-inch tom, 16-inch tom. But live, I usually use a 16-inch tom and an 18-inch tom so I can get a really deep sound. And all my hardware is also DW. I have this really cool cage that we started implementing right now because this is a replica of the drum set that I was going to use live for my North American tour. But since it was postponed, still, we planned it. So basically, the thinking behind this cage was that if we have a replica of the drum set here, we can practice setting it up in like 15 minutes. Do not take that much time setting it up live. And everything has memory locks. And look, I'm a very short drummer. I have short legs, short arms. So like the setup usually took a really long time because we had to make everything really short. But with these memory locks, everything is already set up. So we really do not take that much time anymore to set up the drums, which is usually what took the longest while we were setting up. Okay, so now onto my favorite part of my drum set, which is cymbals. Okay, I use Sabian cymbals. I've been using Sabian cymbals since I was 6 years old. I've been playing with them for 12 years. I'm extremely proud to be part of the Sabian family. Okay, so for crashes, I use an 18-inch AAX explosion crash on my left. I use an 16-inch AAX explosion crash on my right. I have an HHX Evolution Ozone, an 18-inch one, and it's just so amazing. This is my favorite cymbal out of my whole set. It just has this really dark color to it, and I just absolutely adore it. I have an AAX 14-inch stay hats on my right, and I have some 14-inch HHX ride. I have tried many Sabian rides, but this is just my favorite. It has this really clean, crisp sound, and I just love it, love it, love it. HHX groove hats here on my left. I have this little AAX splash, which I really love using live. And now I have my favorite ride of all time. This is an HHX raw belt dry ride. I absolutely love. So that's the end of my equipment rundown. I had a lot of fun talking about this with you guys because we've never really done this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I love you guys and I hope to see you soon. Mwah! Hey guys, so for my equipment rundown today, I'm going to talk about the things that I'm wearing, which is going to be in-ears and my microphone, my headset. It's going to be really interesting and I hope you guys stay tuned. Woo!
It is a beautiful kit. So she said maple shells with mahogany finish. That would explain nice. Part of it, yeah. As for the cymbals, well, I do recall her talking about the Ozone in the newer video as well. So she still loves that. And I noticed she had the second hi-hat in place over on the right side, as well as the one normally on her left. So she's been doing that for a while, too.
Pav's just got impressive knowledge, I think, about not only the technology, but the specifics of, what brand of skins or cymbals are best for her music, what sound she wants, and how to get it. Mm-hmm. And, her knowledge is pretty thorough, way beyond the grasp of a casual listener.
Yeah, well, she has had a number of different teachers over the years, and it seems to me that many of the changes that she's made have had to do with solving a problem that she had. She ran into limitations, say, with iTunes, and they went with Ableton. And that took care of the limitations. Now she could do the other things she wanted to do, and it gave her all this other power. I wonder if she regrets that sometimes. Like, oh, now I have too much power. I'm running the lights. Yeah. And remember, we used to talk about that. Like, it's very possible that Pau is running the light show or running the slideshow, also from the laptop along with the rest of the show. So
she is.
She is. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's good to know. All right, so now she's going to get into the in-ears and the microphone.
Okay, so in-ears is going to be a really interesting little talk that we're going to have because right now I do not have my in-ears because I broke them. We were playing in the Vive Latino and I really wanted to hear the crowd, so I just put it underneath the strap of my top and I just left them there. And of course they were going to slide down. And at one point in the show, I hit them pretty hard. And I did not notice throughout the whole show until I got down from the stage. And I was taking off my stuff. And my mom was like, where's the other half of the in-ear? And I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean the other half? And it was just broken, tattered in little pieces. Right now, they're getting fixed. And so I do not have them at the moment. But those in-ears are just a godsend. Like, I've recently been practicing with my older in-ears, and I just realized how good the in-ears that I'm using right now are, because they have a system, they have like a little valve which like removes the pressure from the ear, so really bad for like our ears' health. But with these new ones, like, there's no ringing in the ears. They're just so good. I absolutely love them, and you can hear stuff from the outside. And it used to be a really big problem with the old in-ears, that every time that we played, we would have such bad ringing in our ears after every show, after every time we played. And it was just really, and I really do recommend them. They're so great. You honestly feel like you're protecting your ears while you're using them. They're great. Check them out. In-ears are really vital for when we're playing live, but I usually only ask for 3 things on my in-ears. I ask for the click track, I ask for the stem track, and I ask for my vocals, and that is all. Like, especially if we do not have time, I just need the click track. It's fine. I can manage with that. But if we do have time to actually like move around the sounds and like the levels in our in-ears, I also ask for the bass if I have time, and the bass drum. But if we do not have time with the click, it's enough. But slowly with our new engineer, Pablo, hello, Pablo. We have had time to actually put like other instruments in our in-ears, which is great because now sometimes I do hear Danny. Sometimes I like to, sometimes I don't. I usually don't. Sorry, Danny. But I usually hear the guitar because I have the amp right next to me. It's usually very loud, so I do not need it. So I can survive with the click and the click only. Okay, so now we're going to talk about my mic. I use the Beta 54 headworm microphone by Shure, which is this little baby right here. It's a great microphone. I tried a couple of headsets before I came to this microphone right here, and they usually just like came flying off while I was playing. So this one stays really put throughout most of my shows, which is great. So it's fantastic.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, about a $300 item. You can get the windscreen. Anyway, just good to know. Head-worn vocal mic. And the other thing she mentioned was in-ears. In-ears. Yeah, in-ears audio.
Oh, yeah.
Monitors. Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. Well, maybe we'll look into those at some point. And yeah, those have got a price tag to them, it would appear.
Yeah. Especially what looks like custom ones or something.
Yeah. So other than that, what did you think, Adrian?
I guess I wasn't as interested in the in-ears and the microphone as I was in the drums. But
yeah.
Pau does a lot.
Yeah, she does.
And, she's not only doing the light show, she's also one of the musicians. I mean, just that. There's those 2 roles.
Yeah.
It's got to be pretty tough.
Yeah, she does a lot of things. And I enjoyed her going over all of those items, many of which were things that we'd kind of wondered about but hadn't seen any info on yet. For example, the in-ears and the specific microphone she uses and the specific software. I'd heard the name Ableton before, but that's the first time I've seen a run-through of the software. Now, I don't know if they're probably still using Ableton, but I wonder if they've upgraded since and what they're using today. This definitely gives us the gist, and I'm sure they can do everything they were doing before. I mean, today, the Ableton would still be able to handle everything they need. So, cool. All right. Well, that was fun. We will be looking at the other equipment rundowns by the other two sisters at some point in the very near future. If you have any thoughts on what we just saw, you can leave those below. Really, any critical thoughts you had. If you have other suggestions, you can leave those as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.
See you all later.